Alright guys, welcome back to a new video. Last time I showed you a game where me and the enemy team, like my team and the enemy team, we were both equally bad. So we started out the game pretty well and they ended up giving up some advantages. Then we tried to throw the game, but now we're back on the Rift. And today's game is a little bit different. Now I'm playing as Lee Sin mid into Teemo. So you can imagine the matchup. I would say Lee Sin has advantage when it comes to the matchup because you know obviously with the E that Lee Sin has, you just easily can reveal Teemo at any time on or outside the lane. Here we try to do a little bit of cheese. I usually go to walk up there. I love to like walk up here and place my ward at the enemy raptors. So to just try to get a little bit of an idea where the enemy jungler might be in the next few minutes. But as you can see, Master G walked up to us to a Morgana because Teemo was standing in the bush, and they ended up giving up the first blood for us, which is not too bad. And I believe Teemo dies here as well, and I've got a kill and an assist, so it was a pretty good start for me. I decided to push the lane in to try to deny all the farm for Teemo, but Jinx, for some reason, decided to stay up here on the lane, which is, you know what, it's a big brain move because now she denied me all that two creeps. I have to recall, and then Teemo's gonna be the one to hit level 2 first. Because it takes a long time for me to walk back to the lane. So I decided to take a base. I ended up buying a corruption potion. Teemo's already on lane. The top matchup, Malphite versus Cho'Gath. I would say it's Cho'Gath favored, but I'm not sure, as I'm not really a good top laner, I would say. Bot lane, we have Senna ADC plus Morgana. It's just a huge amount of heal, crowd control, damage. And we have Alice in the jungle, who's also AP. That's why I decided to go for an AD mid laner. I was the first to pick the mid laner. I think Teemo, he had no idea that he's gonna be ending up playing mid lane against me as Lee Sin. I went for W. When I hit level 2, I decided to level up my W, which wasn't a really good choice. As you can see, I ended up losing a couple of creeps here, and Teemo now has the advantage. Uh, Even Teemo ended up giving the first blood. It wasn't a biggie because he's a lane bully. Even as cute as Teemo looks, he's just a lane bully. He's gonna walk up to you every single time you try to hit the creeps. He's just gonna walk up to you and then Q auto, and there's the poison damage as well. So it's just, you know how it is to play against Teemo in the lane. Well, I tried my best. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna miss up a lot of creeps here. Yep, the lane is going pretty easily so far. Teemo went out to the top to up there on the top bush, put down the ward. Alice is trying to secure the scuttle on top. Lately in the jungle, scuttles have like top priority because how much XP it gives. I went onto the Teemo, tried to take a little bit of trade. Here comes Alice, but she missed the cocoon, so there was no follow up. And as you can see, I have a huge wave coming up under my turret. So I just decided to know, you know what? I let him push the wave. Alice got fined by the Master G. I went there to help her. I got the Master G. Alice dies. Yep, Alice dies to the poison, but I ended up having 2 kills plus a double buff, which is really good on Lee Sin. I wouldn't say that I need mana. The biggest reason is that I have red buff now. It just makes it easier to push the lane, and it just makes it easier to take fights with Teemo. You know, the slow, the HP regeneration plus the damage. It's all up there. It's just so good to have the red buff on Lee Sin. I ended up taking all the creeps here. As you can see, even Teemo is a lane bully. I had more time on the lane than him. So I ended up having a little bit of farm advantage. I decided to take a recall here. I'm sorry. I went home. and I got the shoes, obvious, so I'm gonna be roaming a lot. And I got myself a serrated dirk, I believe that's what it's called, you know, the lethality item. I decided as a Lee Sin, I don't mind the shield from Eclipse. So even I have Conqueror, I decided I go for not the Gold Drinker setup, maybe a little bit of more aggressive. As you can see, I'm already 3 kills in. I decided to go for a little bit of more aggressive build path to do damage, as we have Alice in the jungle, we have Morgana, we have we have a Cho'Gath on top lane, all good CCs, all good crowd controls. So I decided to go down a little bit of on a route that I can do more damage and try to like stay in the team fight. As you could see, I pinged earlier for the bottom lane, and also I believe I was writing to bottom lane that Master G might be doing the Drake. I mean, sorry, the Scuttle, and he was ended up securing the Scuttle, but he already started to do the Drake, which we not expected. I should have just run down there to put a ward when I had time before I hit back. I went back to the lane to try picking up all the farm. So I just really should have went down there to put down a ward for my bottom lane so they can just collapse on Master G when he's about to finish off the Drake. So that might be my mistake. I know that at this point I can't really trade with Teemo, so I ended up playing really defensive. I missed a Q. Yeah, I'm gonna miss a lot of Qs in this game, don't worry about it. So I knew that I can't really trade with Teemo, as he's just gonna kite me out, do the damage, everything. Once I hit a Q like this, once I hit a Q, I have to go in. I have to go in. I put the ignite on him, I kicked him away, so he can't do more damage to me. I ended up using both of my summoners. Well, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I needed that kill. I went home. I think I knew that Thresh was coming up. I got a ping earlier from my bottom lane, and I knew Thresh was coming up, so I decided not to take the plates, you know, from the tower. I went home, I took a base, took a recall. That wasn't that bad. Bot lane ended up pushing in the wave. Cho'Gath lane is not in a bad state. He went up there. All I had to do is to walk back to mid lane and try to keep harassing the Teemo. Or, as I've said earlier, at this point still, Teemo is behind. He's 1 in 3. Has a little bit of ability power, not much, but can't really trade with the Teemo. He's just gonna... The sustain and the ability of, like, to kite Lee Sin with the Teemo is just huge. He can anytime take back the lane. So once I'm going in like this, once I'm going in for the Teemo, I have to kill him. I saw the Alice was coming to the lane, and this was a good time to kill the Teemo. He's 1-4. I already picked up 5 gears. Lee Sin advantage. Lee Sin has advantage in the early game. He has so much damage. So if you're ending up using Lee Sin as a mid laner or as a top laner, and once we get a new patch for Lee Sin, he might go back to the jungle. Just try to do as much, try to fight as much as you can in the early game, basically, because you have a huge advantage. That small amount of shield is still there. I got pinged here because maybe I should have waited a couple more seconds before I left the lane, because Teemo pinged that really well. He ended up finishing the Morph, and here comes Master G, and we had a good combo on the Master G. As you can see, I did all the damage. I used my ultimate ability, I used my R, used my Q. He had a full combo, but Cho'Gath ended up going down to the red buff. This is what I mean by taking the red buff, guys. It's so powerful. The red buff is OP. It's OP as fuck. Here, I was a little bit greedy. I knew that Master G was down, Teemo was in mid lane, the bottom lane was in their place. Cho'Gath needs time. Malphite needs time to walk back to lane. He has no teleport. So I just ended up taking 3 plates for myself. You know, more gold. There's another miscue. Yep. And now I decided to take the Herald just to get some more advantage. I think at this point, I put down in the chat that don't blame me if Master G ended up taking the Herald, because as you can see, Alice went down to take his red buff. And I was doing the Herald by myself. And there's like a huge percentage. I mean, there was basically anytime that Master G walks in, I don't have smite. He does have the smite. He can just walk in, smite the Herald, then I'm pretty much end. That's the end of the road for me. I left the main lane, the mid lane as it is. As you can see, there's a huge wave walking towards my turret. But at this point, I decided that, you know what? I have 6 skills. I'm already 6 skills in the game, so I have to rake. I have to get the first item to just keep my lane rolling, keep the advantage going against Teemo. What I could have done better, maybe put a little bit more pressure on the Drake. I feel like, because we already had a Mountain Drake. I mean, the enemy team, they already secured the Mountain Drake, and as you can see, the Ocean Drake is on the map, which means the Soul is gonna be either a Cloud Drake or an Inferno Drake. Yeah, I decided not to take any unnecessary damage. I just put the Ignite on Teemo, kicked him away. He's not able to heal, he's not able to do anything, not able to fight back. I put down the Herald for myself to get some more plates. Yeah, so basically, as you can see, my farm is not really good. All the gold that I have is from the kills and from all them plates that I just took. Here's some more plates for myself. I decided not to finish off the turret because I knew that Thresh was missing. I knew that we don't know where Master G is on the map. So I tried to back off a little bit. Yeah, I was definitely writing something about this in the chat to let the people know. Alice, as you can see on the minimap, Alice ended up founding the Master G. They took a one-on-one. I decided to walk down there, but it was too late because Alice has the burst to finish off a Master G in the early game. About the ward, I don't know why I put down the vision ward there. I think it was just a misclick. Or fat fingers. Probably. Thresh came up to the mid lane. We were thinking about having a 2v2 here, but I don't really. I've decided not to give the the shutdown gold for the enemy team. We tried to deny them any possible comeback. I've chuked down the Thresh Lantern. I went there. Well, I expected Alice to come back to help me, but she was about to do the blue buff. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna die for this. There's just no way for me to die for this. 700 gold on the shutdown. I'm just not gonna give them to them. Yeah, so I cancelled my recall. Teemo should have a gut feeling that we're about to kill him because I tried to bait him out. Still has no flash. And as you can see, I ended up like literally bursting Teemo down to the ground without the help of Elise. She couldn't even touch it. She just stayed there. I just had to bait out Teemo to get closer. That was the whole point. I left the first tower to Alice. I had an idea that she can get some more gold if she ended up finishing off the turret. But she just pushed in the wave. I left it there. So that was a little bit of a misunderstanding. But still good. Still good. 6k. Almost 6k gold advantage. What am I talking about? That's 8k. We had 8,000 gold. We were 8,000 gold up to the enemy team. Yeah, maths, me and maths problem, everyone knows. So yeah, I went down to try to finish off that Master G. Obviously was going for the Gromp. I jumped over the wall, but he ended up, yep, you can see I missed the Q. I tried to chase him up there, but I knew there was another juicy fruit, whatever it's called, the jumping flower thingy. So yeah, he clutched me hard. Like, yeah, I ended up not even landing a Q on him, so he managed to escape. So I went back to my place, to the mid lane. This is where I feel home. Pushed in the wave. Morgana. I don't know what Morgana was doing up here. As you can see on the bottom lane, Morgana should be back on the lane, help Senna take down the Jinx as she's alone. Thresh, you can see he's hovering around mid lane now. Alice missed the cocoon. I decided when on go onto the trash. I tried to kick him back to kick up the Master G, but he just died to the damage. I missed the Q on the Master G, took down the Master G, that's a double kill. Jump over the ball, take down Teemo. That's a double kill now. Chase down the Jinx. And at this point, basically, we just took over the game. There was no way for the enemy team to come in back. Unless I'm an idiot and all of us disconnect, or all of us decide that, you know what, we should just give them free Elder Drake and free Baron, which is obviously in a ranked game. It's just not gonna happen, is it? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. You never know. So yeah, here I was just literally farming all the resources that I had. As you can see, mid lane's pushed in, bot lane's pushed in. I've checked actually in the game. I wasn't chasing that Malphite because I knew that Cho'Gath was gonna finish him off. He had like 150 HP or something. So I ended up taking all the jungle camps from Master G. Yeah, 11-0. Master G was coming here looking for his blue buff. That's way too late, buddy. That's way too late. You know what? You gotta give credit for the enemy team because they didn't surrender. They literally they was fighting till like the game ended. So yeah, so there's like it takes time because Master G has to scale, Jinx has to scale, Teemo. I'm not sure about Teemo, you know. The early game, and Teemo's a really good lane bully once he's good on the lane. But he was quite unlucky getting me on the lane, so yeah. Now we're looking for the Drake. I was walking towards bot lane to help my team secure the Drake. Cho'Gath started walking towards the Drake as well. We all decided to group up. Cho'Gath still have a Herald. Finished off the Herald. Now we have a Herald to put down on some lane. My Drake was on the Drake. There was no they were in no danger from the enemy team to steal the dragon. So I decided getting some more resources. My farm is not too good. Like, oh, nice Q from me. I'm proud of that. Maybe next time. Oh no, no. Maybe next time I wouldn't miss it. Jukes. Ah, unlucky. Maybe next time. So yeah, now we were just looking for picks. I had no idea that they were fighting there. I tried to jump on the trash. He literally died when I was walking. When I was literally flying towards him. He just died in there. Now we're walking. Now we're looking to finish off this game with a sieging. I tried to do a flash kick on the Jinx, but he just died to the damage. I tried to kick him. So first, how you do with the kick on Lee Sin? First, you try to kick the person as the kick needs time for the ability to go out. It's like half a second or a second or so. So I try to kick him, then jump, flash, sorry, behind him to kick him back into the team, but he just died to the damage. At this point, I was on 2 items. Jinx not even finished the first item. And at this point, I think we're gonna close this game out. I'm not sure. That was a really nice Malphite ult. We literally ended up. I've jumped on the Cho'Gath or Senna or whoever it was. Nice a little bit BM. I could have killed that Master G, but I decided not and jumping back onto him. Here comes Thresh. Ended up baiting the Jinx into another death. So as you can see, Teemo ended up 1-9. Couldn't really do much in this game. And this is what I call a stomp. Still going for the Teemo. And that's how we finish the game. 13-0-8, guys. Not a bad game. So this is, you know what? You don't have to land all the Qs. You just have to win the game. That's how it takes. Well, thank you guys. See you in the next one. if you like the if you enjoy the video, just leave a like, leave a comment, or just share it. Do your thing, you know. Subscribe, and see you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Riding, they've been trying to keep me locked down. Ain't no way around it, you know I ain't going back now. Always saw this coming, knew that I would be the man now. Everything gon' happen how it's meant to.